Hello guys, we have in the studio one of the most prominent voices in Nigerian music who has done fantastically well for himself. You know, he has standing over a decade of his beat records. He's over 10 albums with him account. Brymo.
So
How what have you been up to lately? You know, what's been the works? I mean, we're on the sidelines of a Brymo rehearsal, and you must tell us what you've been up to lately.
we've been working on the Sonic exhibition for Mansa.
Okay.
So Mansa being my debut for my transition into Sonic artistry. The idea for me is to approach music making differently.
Okay.
Usually a musician would take an album and then put it on, say, Spotify, Apple Music and the rest. And then I thought that maybe a Sonic artist would not do that. Instead, a Sonic artist will make an album and then sell a copy off.
Okay.
For $2 million.
Okay. So give me an idea of what you mean when you say the Sonic artist. What do you mean? How does it work?
Usually an artist paints. So
Okay.
Sonic artist paints with sound. That's the difference. Just so that we could have a different kind of I think it's disrespectful that there's no copy of, say, a Bob Marley album, a Michael Jackson album that only Bill Gates has. There's a Mona Lisa. Doesn't talk, doesn't do anything. It's just a picture. I don't know. I feel like there should be albums like collectible items.
And it works how in terms of
Collective
monetization?
items,
Yeah. In terms of monetization, it works how? Yeah.
Well, we're gonna see how it works. But I hope that Mansa will just be one copy of album that sells $500,000.
Now, there's been a bit of controversy around your person, especially at around the time when AFRIMA had its I think the 2022 award.
Yeah.
You just give me an idea of what happened at around that time.
What happened was we have a. Let's remember what happened. I think months before then, I had announced that I was no longer a musician. I was now a Sonic artist.
Okay.
And that I was no longer eligible for awards that musicians will get. However, AFRIMA nominated 9, a song.
Yeah.
Yeah, Furasara is, that's a song, Furasara. So they nominated that. So I sort of forgot. Like it was 2021. So I was looking forward to the award actually.
Okay.
But I have no business with AFRIMA anymore. I have no business with any awards, not even the Grammys. I'm no longer a musician. I don't want the
I mean,
awards.
there's something.
I just want peace of mind. So I can just be in my corner. They don't nominate Sonic artists, they nominate musicians, right?
Okay.
But I was looking forward to the award anyway. And then something happened. Somehow I got into a squabble with Southeast,
Okay.
talking about Biafra and Nigeria, living and staying. Thanks for this question. Now, can you believe that while I was having that argument with the Igbos, I was the Igbo person in the AFRIMA conversation. I was the guy who was living. Literally. I just realized at some point that, okay, that's me actually. It was like I was reflecting myself on the Southeast. And then while everything happened at the same time, they just went straight to that same award and petitioning against me. Yeah, but while they were sending the petition, I just woke up and be like, wait, what am I going to do at AFRIMA? I'm not supposed to be there in the first place. And then I had to make my choice. So I stayed out of AFRIMA. And I didn't attack AFRIMA afterwards.
Wow, so you decided to stay out.
That was all metaphors. I'm independent, literally. Everything I do is by myself. Everything is just done. It's just personal business. And it works. I get streamed from everywhere. New York is my second biggest market aside from Lagos. I've not been to New York in the last maybe 10 years or 8 years, minimum. I've not been to the US. Even the UK is still third or fourth on my streams. And I sell tickets a lot in London. So you can imagine how well I do in New York that I haven't been. That's my second biggest market.
Why?
It's just proof that that's what music's about today. Because there's the internet, there's over 120 countries on the distribution list for platforms. You can be anywhere in the world and reach the world. So while everybody's trying to take Nigeria to the world, I want to bring Africa, I want to bring the world here. I'm not interested in taking anything to the world. I'm not tired of giving everything to the world. All our children, All the brilliant ones, they're gone. I'm not tired. When will the world start coming here?
But you would agree you have to like still do tour in all these places to build a sort of connection between the audience over there and you.
Bros, times are changing. I see musicians. I see me selling 5,000 tickets online, streaming tickets from all over the world, faster. That's what I see. I see 2,000 people in New York buying tickets just to see me online perform. That's better. That's business. What do we have internet for? We are looking into why we have to tour to attract people when we are all connecting online every day. I don't know. Those 30,000 streams I get every week from New York. I don't think it's a joke. All those 50,000 streams I get every week. That's no joke. I'm getting close to maybe 300,000 streams from New York every month. How can that not be something? I think I like to seek balance when I write. Balance. Because one time I was in South Africa, I think really cool was hot then. So we went to South Africa, then we were in the club. There was another Nigerian song that was really big then. So the girls liked it, they were dancing to the song. And I wanted to ask her what the song meant. And I told her. But the song was sort of scolding a promiscuous woman.
Okay.
So she just went, I don't like it anymore. She's a club girl. And I was like, oh shit. She felt judged. That was one of the first lessons I learned about songwriting. So ever since then, I then had to ask myself, oh, how do you tell a balanced story in a situation? I think every artist knows what I'm talking about. When writing a song, you will know who you judged before you finish writing. And your conscience will tell you, you're judging this person here. Waka Waka, for instance, I was writing, even though it was to a script of a movie. So I wasn't judging anybody, I was just writing the script. But yet, when the song was started playing, I realized I was saying Mr. Waka Waka, Mrs. Waka Waka. So I thought it was good enough. But this was me now, judging everybody else. Why trying to write a balanced song and calling Mr. and Mrs., Mr. and Mrs., Mr. and Mrs., brother, auntie. I have not become judge of all the brothers and the aunties now. So, and I got to the end of the song and I said, eventually as time passes, when my run is done, I wonder now who I will call. I have to just judge myself at the end, so I can be free. So why? Because I didn't know why it mattered until like maybe last year. I was on Twitter, a girl just came and said, this Brymo Waka Waka song, Sev, it's so judgmental. That's exactly what she said. And then 5 minutes exactly later, she came back and said, wow, nice song, Sha. You know why? The last line of the song said, eventually, as time passes, when my run is done, I wonder now who I go call. When she heard that part, she just goes, oh, he judged himself too. Ah, lovely song. That's how songs become a perfect song. There's so many artists in the world today, and nobody's looking for you. You have to supply. The main reason Brymo is big is because I can churn out the kind of songs I do so quickly as I do. That's all.
So it's part of your sort of USP, your selling points, you know.
For everybody, the amount of supply is still very important. The fact that artists perform the tour on calendar is one of the biggest problems with touring. It's tiring, man. Like just on the boss like this. Like I've done it a couple of times, you know. But right now, I prefer to take my money, go to New York, book a hall, and sell my tickets and do my own show, like I do in Lagos. It's fun. You have no idea. The entire Mansa process is just between me, Tega, and the concert producer, DMM Oluremi, and the band. Yeah, the whole Mansa process. I spoke to Kunla Folayon. I spoke to Igbo, every hall, and we struck deals. We signed papers. Everybody's fine. And now they're selling tickets, and KAP Hub will let us broadcast live. We have a streaming service, and I made all the phone calls. I spoke to everybody, spoke to Tega spoke to people, and put everything together ourselves. It's fun. Just put these things together myself. So it will take me, say, 3 months to put one event together. I'd rather do that than tour for 3 months on behalf of somebody else. So this is well. That's not what I'm talking into. Where? Without remorse. Literally.
So how did that exit? How did it affect the sort of deals you were able to get like subsequently following your exit? I mean, there's a lot of there could be a lot of people who want to sign deals with you subsequently. I mean, they'll be considering that okay, he has a beef with the last record label he exited. How did that affect subsequent deals?
I'm bigger than that now. There's no reason for that. What I can say is this. Since 2013, I've been around. I've been doing business. I've been doing my thing on the side. It works. That's all you need to know. And trust me, it's amazing. It's a miracle. I know. It's a miracle that I'm still around, still working, still doing my thing on this side. But that's how life works. If you have a plan, you will make a way. Life will make a way for you. It's not that serious. Just focus on your plan.
We don't see you do a lot of collaborations. You know, I mean, when I talk collaboration, I mean with mainstream African, with mainstream Afropop musicians. You know, the big names will have. You know, is it just a function of your niching, or it just hasn't happened yet?
Yeah. It's partly everything. It's partly niching, partly everything. For instance, from last year, I then decided that I would not be able to take features for a while again, so that I could focus more on Brymo, the Sonic artist, launch Mansa, maybe start another Sonic collection. I probably want to make 3 Sonic collections in the next 3 years and just put them up in galleries. So we'll do that, so that I could, you know. But I'll still be back to features anyway. I may even do 1 or 2 this year. Probably have something I'm doing with Kaline and a couple of my people.
So it's not determined yet.
Yeah, I understand.
So what are we looking out for from Brymo in 2023? I mean, the year is still young.
Yeah. 2023. So I can promise you 3 events this year. And then there'll be appearances around the country. Maybe London, maybe New York. I can't decide yet. Depends on how much control I have over
An album, perhaps.
Yes, there'll be Macabre for December. There's an album coming in December called Macabre. My 12th solo. 12 tracks, Macabre. You'll love it. Reggae, lo-fi.
As usual.
Well,
Show of everything.
Yes. But this time around, it'll be mostly reggae with lo-fi. No, of course, my vocals will be rock. You know? Yes, it'll be mixture of everything.
It's been a pleasure
Sharing, the studio with you and having this conversation. I really hope some other time we're able to meet and then talk about some more music business. And
That's been fun though.
Yeah, thanks a lot again.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
When I was in hell, I worked for the devil, and heaven was for zombies who feel. On the way to Nirvana, I bought me a double. It took a while to find I'm the key. Each the story